roof cave-in on my head, and it revealed so much black mold up there. It was just gross.
You're looking at images from our news report from April of last year, and now, more than a year later, we're following up on that Coin6 investigation after a city audit followed that investigation as they looked at our coverage. I'm Jeff Gianola.
And I'm Elizabeth Din. That investigation highlighted the conditions at Sandy Studios in Northeast Portland. Now we are getting results. The audit takes aim at the Joint Office of Homeless Services, saying $850,000 was mismanaged, wasted. And what we showed you, that mold, those conditions, now they are being addressed.
Our Brandon Thompson live at that apartment complex with a closer look at the changes. Brandon?
And the Joint Office says those changes were in place before the city auditor's report was released today, but it came after the Coin6 investigation that showed veterans living with mold, roaches, and water leaks in a place that was intended to keep them off the street. There were 3 levels controlling the apartments at Sandy Studios: the landlord responsible for the structural upkeep of the building, the service providers tasked with managing the property and maintaining the apartment units, and the Joint Office of Homeless Services, who was paying for the program.
The waste comes from the program not kind of sustaining at that location, providing some stability, and the Joint Office paying rent into something that was kind of what was literally falling apart.
Jones says his office got a fraud tip after the ceiling collapsed at Sandy Studios. That started an investigation into the missteps in management. When the ceiling fell on 6 of the 32 units, the report notes that an inspection 1 month earlier noted no serious issues.
Hi, my name's Elise. I'm with Coin6 News.
Coin6 first highlighted those issues last year. The Joint Office says those conditions arose during the pandemic when they could not get into some of the units, saying service providers were threatened when trying to conduct repairs or inspections.
Our providers don't want to evict people because of mental health challenges, really wanting to be trauma informed and look at how to support and engage people and get into those apartments to be able to provide the repairs.
The Joint Office disputes some of the claims in the report. The Joint Office says they conducted walkthroughs of the building, but the auditor report says the office should have conducted a certified inspection of the property before paying the rent.
The walkthroughs or the inspections were focused on, or should have been focused on, maintenance issues, or these walkthroughs that would be focused on addressing these issues didn't take place.
The auditor's office says more pressure should have been put on the landlord to fix the urgent problems.
I don't want to second guess the folks who were on the ground doing this work at the time. I think they were doing everything they could with the resources they had.
Singleton says they've added more resources to the team that works with contractors. They've identified a protocol for serious issues, and among other changes, the Joint Office has separated the teams that enforce its policies and the teams that build relationships with contractors.
We can't control necessarily what the property looks like over time, but when we do have issues, that we know how to support our providers in ensuring health and safety for the people that we serve.
It is worth noting that the Joint Office's claims of threats to staff is new. Last year, we were told that residents were being disagreeable when staff tried to conduct inspections. This building is now turned into a nightly rate motel after the veterans were rehoused a few miles away. Reporting live in Northeast Portland, Brandon Thompson, Coin6 News.